Hi guys, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. We're going to continue on with some comedy. We're going to keep doing the Would I Lie to You bit. This is these little clips there. They're a lot of fun to do and they're usually pretty funny. So we're going to continue on with them. This one is called Michael, Diane Morgan's Ghostly Guy, Bob Mortimer's Campsite Client, or Lee Mack's Donkey Do-Gooder. Well, we'll find out who Michael is. So, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and share it around. And let's get started. This is Michael. Let's find out who Michael is.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Michael. Right, we'll start with Diane. What is Michael to you?
This is Michael. I once punched him in the face because I thought he was a ghost.
Bob, how do you know Michael?
This is Michael, and after cutting his hair, I got a job on a campsite as a hairdresser.
And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Michael?
This is Michael. Together, we helped free a donkey that had trapped itself in the cubicle of a seaside toilet.
So there is Michael, Diane's ghostly guy, Bob's campsite client, or Lee's donkey do-gooder. David's team, where would you like to start?
Well, Diane, where were you when you mistook Michael for a ghost?
I was backstage at the Theatre Royal Bath.
And what were you doing there?
I was in a play.
What happened? You were in the dark, waiting to go on the wings?
I was in the wings.
In the wings, waiting to go on?
And I'd been told a ghost story about this, that the
where was
Theatre Royal
Michael?
Bath is haunted.
What was the story?
Well, that the theatre was haunted. They said that about once a week, this ghost, a man with white hair, would float around the theatre.
So you heard that
So then
story?
I'm standing in the wings. I turn round and I see, well, I know it's Michael now, but at the time I thought it was the ghost because of the hair. And I sort of inadvertently punched him.
And what was he wearing?
He was wearing quite dark clothes because he was, working backstage. He looked like he was kneeling on some sort of prop. So he looked like he didn't have any legs. That's what made me think, oh, my God, it's the ghost.
So he sort of sidled up and knelt on something.
Yeah.
I have to say, I have slightly less sympathy for Michael now. I realise that what he did is he sort of crept up behind you and knelt there. It's slightly creepy behaviour, isn't it? Yeah.
I did ask him why he was kneeling on the bookcase.
Yeah, but I imagine at that point he was also asking you why you hit him.
Yeah.
Did he answer you? Was he able to say why he was kneeling on there?
Yeah. He said there weren't any chairs backstage.
All right, who next?
OK, Bob, you cut...
Okay, so her story. Her story is kind of boring. Someone told her there was a ghost in the theaters, so she saw him working backstage where they usually wear black, so you don't really see them. And she got startled and punched her in the face. If her story is true, boy, this woman's on a tight wire. Don't sneak up on her. Anyway, let's see what Bob's got to say.
Cut Michael's hair, and this was on a campsite.
Yeah.
How did you come to... Because you're not a hairdresser, are you?
I'm a hairdresser, David.
You previously worked as a hairdresser, had you?
I'm from a family, I'm the youngest of 4 boys. And in my family tradition is that the eldest is a priest, then a lawyer, then a teacher, and then a hairdresser. So it fell to me to take up the scissors. I was given my first set of scissors when I was 13.
I actually had a pair of scissors when I was younger than that.
Were you the 4th child?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was more for, cutting out bits of coloured paper.
Oh, no, these were Japanese steels. These were Yasakis.
Right, OK. So you were given these hairdressing scissors at the age of 14?
Yes.
Had you undergone any further training or just were encouraged to experiment?
Well, here's the rub. because Michael, or Mickey, as you know, Mickey the drink, he's...
Why is he called Mickey the Drink?
Anyway, so he was one of the first people that I ever gave a haircut to as a young boy. He was one of my friends. And then fast forward to 1982. I go to the World Cup in Spain. There was Michael, Billy the Pigeon. Gentle Kent.
Billy the Pigeon?
Gentle Kent, yeah.
Why is he called Billy the Pigeon? Oh, he's found his way home.
No, he's a pigeon. Because he had like a fat chest. We all went to Spain. We were on the campsite for the England fans. I, as always, gave Mickey his haircut. And the one-man army from Nottingham, the Nottingham Forest fan, caused all the trouble out there. He demanded that he had a haircut.
What trouble did he cause out there?
Well, for example, he rushed to the cafe that we're in and threw a coin like that. Could have damaged anyone. Luckily, it went straight in the slot machine and won the jackpot. It was really rather simple story. So I cut Mickey's hair. I'd done since he was 13.
So you'd cut his hair regularly. You first did when he was 13.
When he was 13, one of the first people.
You were his regular hairdresser.
No, that would be a lie. But I would always cut Mickey's hair. Yeah. I was seen doing this, and before you knew it, over the course of the next 10 days, I probably did 50 to 60 haircuts.
And were you paid for these haircuts?
I probably was, but in kind.
Right.
Oh,
because the only thing any of the English fans could say was "huevo solo," and that got you an egg sandwich. And I seem to remember that people, because I was cutting hair, it was always in the morning, that someone would bring me, "Oh, mate, you're busy cutting hair, you have a huevo solo."
So you're paying in egg sandwiches?
I think maybe I was.
And you did 50 haircuts over how many days?
I think it was probably 8 days.
So you're having 50 egg sandwiches over 8 days?
I mean, I'm interested in the haircuts themselves.
Yeah.
Was there a signature style? It was the early 80s. Were there mullets going on? I mean, what was the look?
It was a feathered look. I was expert. It was called, where I'm from, it's called the foffer. You'll probably think of it like Rod Stewart.
Oh, it's a lovely look.
Layered at the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you still cut hair now?
Oh, not so much now, Rob. I can't do the new cuts.
What? Did you hear that? I can't do the new cuts. Right, what about Lee and the donkey?
So, Lee, tell us...
Okay, well, Bob's story was funny as always. I don't know, it's... anything's possible with Bob. Like someone losing a coin and it landing in the slot machine and winning the jackpot. I don't know about that. But anything's possible, Bob. You gotta keep that in mind. Anything is possible. So let's get on with Lee Mack. Getting a donkey out of a bathroom.
What's your story?
I was at the seaside. I went to...
Whereabouts?
Blackpool.
When was this?
This was last year, believe it or not.
Last year?
Only last year since the last series and why it hasn't cropped up so far.
Fair enough.
On holiday, or were you summer seasoning?
Summer seasoning?
Doing a summer season?
I'm not a juggler.
Or were you...
They have comedians in Blackpool.
Or were you giving a keynote speech at the Conservative Party conference?
All right, I was doing a summer season. No, I was on a little weekend break. I decided to take my family to Blackpool.
What sort of loos are these?
Public toilets on Blackpool seafront.
So you go into the loo...
I go into the loo to use the toilet.
Where's the donkey?
The donkey is in the cubicle. The door was shut, and I did that thing where I looked underneath, and I just saw... I said, you belong, mate.
Which way was the donkey?
Which way?
Which way in was he?
He was actually facing outwards, so the bottom was stuck in the cubicle and the head was sticking out the front.
So he reversed in, did he?
No, he didn't reverse in. The toilet reversed up to him. Yes, he reversed in. OK. It turns out someone that's witnessed this happen...
Yeah.
He'd gone into the toilet...
Who is this person who witnessed this happen?
It was some guy was in there.
Some other guy, not Michael.
There's a guy...
And he goes, I tell you what's happened here.
Yeah.
this donkey, and what did he say?
I won't say it, I went, blimey, there's a donkey stuck in the cubicle. And the man told us, this donkey has wandered in from the beach, you know, where they do the donkey rides, and then someone had used the hand dryer, and he's freaked, ran round, got disorientated and then reversed into a cubicle. And at this point now, Michael was in there, because the other fellow went out. He said, I'm not dealing with it, I've got to go.
I'm just the one that's here to explain the scenario.
He said, the guy said, I'm not dealing with this one, I've just got a leopard out of the sink. You can do this one. So he goes out, and the donkey's back end was literally stuck inside the cubicle.
How did you get the donkey out?
I pulled the reins as hard as he had reins. That's why we knew he wasn't a wild donkey. There's a lot of wild donkeys. I'm pulling at his reins like that, and Michael sort of tried to lean over the back, and he had his beach towel with him, and gently gave him a little, I wouldn't say a whip, that would be hard, but enough to make him try and come forward. But it just didn't work. We could not get this donkey out.
Right.
Died. Join us next week. Oh,
Yeah.
At least it was the right way in to use the loo.
Yes, perhaps he was using the loo. That's why he wouldn't come out. He needed the loo.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. I say donkey, I mean fat bloke. I remember, I was a fat bloke, and I wanted to use the donkey. I think he had one of those funny little purple masks on of a donkey. It's all coming back to me now. I got arrested. I did 3 months in Parkhurst. I remember the story.
You did 3 months in Parkhurst. But since we last did the show.
Michael is a prison officer. I think I'm David.
So there we are. We need an answer. David's team.
Okay. I'm gonna... No. Stop it now. So... The first lady's story, Diane, she, her story was pretty boring, and she didn't really tell it with much enthusiasm. Bob, you can never rule out Bob. Anything can happen with Bob. So, Lee Mack's story seems a little far-fetched, and I don't know. Sometimes he'll get you too, but I'm going to say Bob.
Is Michael, Diane's ghostly guy, Bob's campsite client, or Lee's donkey do-gooder?
Well, what do you think?
See, when I heard Diane's story, I thought that was a lie, and then I heard Bob's story, Lee's story, and then suddenly Diane's story seems a little bit more real.
I think it's Bob.
I think it's Bob.
I think giving your man a haircut is the truth.
50 haircuts in a week, paid in egg sandwiches.
I don't know that you can do that hairstyle with one pair of scissors. I'm from a family of hairdressers, and I just don't think you can do Rod Stewart.
From a family of
with one pair
hairdressers.
scissors,
Did you have more than one pair of scissors with you?
No, my response to that, Nadia, is a family of not very good hairdressers. two sets of scissors?
He looks round about Bob's age.
And Bob's haircut?
Yeah.
Can I just say, one final chance? He looks to me like a man who hangs round gentlemen's toilets.
I'm going with Diane.
Yeah.
Going with Diane. We're settling. David's team are saying that it is Diane. Michael, would you please confirm your true identity?
My name is Michael, and Bob gave me a haircut and a cancer.
Hey, Bob, you can never rule Bob out. You never know with Bob.
We can actually see photographic evidence of Bob cutting Michael's hair. There they are. Oh, my gosh. It really did happen. Thank you very much, Michael.
Okay, so that was Michael, Diane Morgan's ghostly guy, Bob Mortimer's campsite client, or Lee Mack's donkey do-gooder. So it was Bob. I tell you, the more ridiculous the story, the more likely it is true. Bad Bob, I don't know what he does all day. Come up with these things. Well, what far-fetched thing can I do today? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.